Hey, welcome back to another episode of CollusionMC. Today, we're going to work some more on the Mega Base. So, for today's project, this middle section, the street level, this was included in the Lego set. So, we're going to go ahead and work on that. And this is going to include a couple things. So, we've got a comic book shop that's supposed to go on this end over here. Also, a restaurant, which I believe in the original set was kind of a crab restaurant, but we're going to change that over to an idea that I had for my world. And actually, when I ran across an enderman recently, so this is going to become a bar called Angry ENDY'S. So we're going to have an angry enderman inside there at some point. And then above all that, there should be a really cool kind of a cherry blossom tree growing out of an abandoned building. And then there's a kind of clothing shop up top here. The thing I've been struggling though with this right now is trying to figure out, aside from these kind of cool builds here, is what exactly I'm going to use these for. Right now it's been just kind of for aesthetics, but I don't really have a purpose for a lot of this stuff. It's mainly just kind of buildings at the moment. So I'm probably going to try to figure out what I can use some of these. I'm thinking with the bookstore, once we do create that, we'll go ahead and store some of the enchanted books that I have. And then maybe for the clothing shop, kind of armor shop, I guess we'll store some backup armor there. It's kind of just storage right now. I would like to work on the koi pond here maybe a little bit later. We'll have to get to that, as well as I'm putting off working on this redstone elevator. It's been giving me nothing but trouble, but we're going to put something there at some point. But yeah, very exciting. So let's go ahead and get into a time lapse as I fall into the water. And let's work on that. And I'm sinking to my death. That's not good. All right, as you can see, we've gone ahead and finished the second layer. So this is the street level of the Ninjago City, the official set. So let's start off over here on this side where we have the comic shop. So the comic shop, I kind of actually converted it into more of like a manga shop. And we've got these different banners here. It kind of almost represents like Japanese hiragana or katakana kanji or whatever. We have our book banner right there. And then the inside's a nice cramped comic shop. I've got a place for a villager to go in right here. So we're going to be adding him in a little bit. And then lots of storage for what will probably be my enchanting books. So we'll go ahead and store those in here now because they're kind of cluttering up my inventory. Built this nice little balcony back here. Kind of can look out at the rest of the jungle. And then we've got some glowberries. I actually need to get these to actually have some glowberries. We need to bone meal that. Yeah, I like how this turned out. I really like the contrast between the crimson wood and the yellow concrete. I think it looks pretty nice. And then above us, we can see the cherry blossom tree, which we'll see where that's growing out in a little bit. That's kind of similar to the actual set as well. And that's built out of, the glazed terracotta in pink, pink wool, pink stained glass, and pink concrete powder. Over here, we have our ATM, which of course is our ender chest. So not too fancy there, but I like the way that looks. This is kind of cool. So in the official set, they've got these sections where there's a clear, transparent block with some small, round, flat, clear, orange, transparent pieces. And I tried to simulate that the best I could using this orange stained glass with water in the inside with bubbles. So kind of get that bubbly effect, but, not exact. And this is you can see through into the inside here. In the actual set, this is a crab shop, but in our world here, this is going to be Angry ENDY'S. It is a bar that's going to store an angry enderman, which we'll need to capture here in a second. So we'll work on that now that it's nighttime. Up above, we have a clothing store. There's not entirely a way to get in there right now because we are missing our elevator. But eventually the elevator will actually go up to that door right there. But in the meantime, we can get in through the abandoned building next to that. So let's fly on over into there. And then, of course, on the inside of this building, much like the officials, that we have a giant tree growing out with roots going everywhere. They've got like weeds and whatnot, and it's growing out the window. Very similar to that set. And then let's walk on over here. And then inside of our clothing shop, which I will be using this to probably store some additional armor. I'm also thinking mini heads or not the mini heads, the mini blocks and the player heads will go in here as well. I'll probably display those along these different shelves here. Also right there as well. This character kind of resembles, you may recognize this if you watched the first season of Third Life. It's a little bit of an Easter egg there as well. And then, yeah, some just different armor pieces that we have in here. I need to actually finish this up. I didn't have enough inventory space at the moment to put the chest piece on there, so we'll have to move that over. And then, of course, Batman. Get it? Batman. So yeah, eventually this will open up to the elevator. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for this build. Now, this wall is kind of cool. It is kind of fading from a darker light blue, I guess, to the lighter blue here. And I did end up using some expensive pieces in there. I'm using shulker boxes that are dyed to actually accent this as well. So that was quite expensive for what I was trying to do, but I think it ended up looking very nice and completely unusable, unfortunately. But at least it's there. Yeah, so I really like the way this turned out as well. One of the things, like I said, I was struggling with in these builds is figuring out how to walk through doors. Now, figuring out what to use each of these buildings for, because a lot of these are just built for aesthetics and not necessarily function right now. But I would like to change that. I'd like to actually build these out so that I can store stuff in here. Like, once again, this area, I'm not really sure what I'm going to use this for yet. But I do know I'm going to decorate this like a bar at some point. Maybe I'll store potions in here or something. I'm not really sure yet. But we need to find ourselves an enderman. So let's see if we can track one down. I have a lot of these areas lit up right now. So it might be a little bit tricky, but maybe we'll get lucky and we'll stare one down. All right, here we go. Come on. Boat. Boat. Get in your boat. All right. He's boated. Question is, how are we going to get him up there? Also, is he going to be mad if I sit in the boat with him? Yes, he does not like that. All right, well, I'm going to let you cool down, and we'll be back for you. We chill now? Looks pretty chill. Let's go. All right, so plan A is going to be trying to get him up with a water bucket. Plan B is going to be take him out of the boat, anchor him, and get him to go into the other boat. So, start plan A. All right, our water ramp is constructed, and I'm being attacked again. Up we go. Down we go. What the heck? That is the opposite of how boats are supposed to work. Well, he had to have teleported away somewhere. Now we have to find him. Assuming he's not dead. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and try to search in the caves near my base to see if I can find that original one that teleported away. Wait, I hear him. Where is he? He's down in this cave. Oh, there he is. Is that him? Oh, he's mad. Oh, gotta get out of here. Come on, get in the boat. Get in the boat. Does not want to get in the boat. Go to the boat. No. I don't need to go in the boat. You need to go in the boat. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get in the boat. No, out. Is he in the boat? And where'd he go now? I give up. I don't know. He's never coming back. So, we'll see. Well, well, well. Look who decided to show up. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you for watching. And next time, we've got a lot of building to do. We're going to be finishing off this Ninjago City section, as well as finally getting around to that elevator. So make sure to tune in next time to see all that. And until then, safe travels. Also, like and subscribe, or Endy will be angry. He'll be angry anyways.